I'm Sandra Sparkles and welcome to Sparky's Creative Expressions. I'll be painting Bug Fever. This painting is dedicated to Wyatt Gray. I've already painted in the background. This is Krylon spray paint and it's supposed to be out of focus. This is on a canvas that has been gessoed. It's kind of got a rough texture. You kind of hear that. And stay tuned to the end for an inspirational message about the painting. Thank you. Okay, I've got a setup for, this is the palette that I use and all of the colors I plan on using in this painting. You can see that there's quite a few. That is paint water. I try to get a lot of variation in my paintings. This background is done so that there's a lot of work that goes into the background, and this takes a lot of the guesswork away. It makes it very smooth. And I will also have a picture that I'm referencing right here on my phone so that I can get the lighting and the shading right on this buck. With blurry backgrounds, what you'll want to do is to make shapes. And we're going to go back and blend them. I'll show you a neat little trick. Let's get some shapes and colors in here. We want to use a lot of paint. Okay, so now that we have some basic colors over here, before they dry, I'm going to take a makeup brush. Yes, this is actually a beauty control brush. They no longer are in business, but it works really well. So it has to be really fluffy. You can see the texture of it. So you'll sit there and you'll need a paper towel for this because you're going to dab. It's going to really blend this out very well. You'll just barely touch where the lines are. Like here, there's a line between black and green. You'll touch that line until the line just kind of fades. It just kind of comes together. And you want to do that for everything while it's still wet. Now, you'll want to kind of take that excess paint off there so that it stays dry. Very little paint will be on this. So just touch each line. And you want to do this very lightly. Circle patterns seem to help some too. And see how it just makes it kind of go out of focus. I'm going to get you a closer look at this. And you just do that across the painting. I've got a lot of grays in this one too. Grays and greens. And I do use apple barrel because it is quite a bit less to use. It's what I actually learned to paint with. And you don't have to have the top, the most expensive paint to make great art. I truly believe that. You'll see that I don't do a lot of washing my brush because I want all the colors to be in the same tone. To get the tone, we have used green and brown and black. Now it's already in the brush. If I wash it out, then I'm starting over with a brand new color. But if you take the colors that we have and work it into the brush that we've already used, you can see the green and the brown. Take a paper towel and pinch it off. Not hard. It leaves just enough paint in the brush so that when I pick up white for the trees that are also in the background, I can mix it and it turns kind of a slightly brown green color. And you just keep mixing until you get the color you need. It's not plain white like this one. Love it. That was the best trick anyone ever showed me. And you do that with all the colors that you have, that you work throughout the claim, throughout the painting. Now, of course, if the paint does get too dark, I would suggest going ahead and washing it out, and then pick up your colors and just do the same thing that I showed you. Pinching it off the brush. I'm still blending these. These are still pretty out of focus. So, let's see. I picked up just a little bit too much paint right here. You can see the streakiness right there beside the tree right here. So, I'm taking the paint off and going back for more. No big deal. It just blends. We're still working on blending the stuff that's in the background that's just out of focus. Okay, so I think we have our basic colors. We just have a lot of out of focus colors. Now we're going to start bringing it forward. This is by Craftum. I love this set. I've been using it for, I think, a couple years. Every brush I'll ever need. For me, it works for me. Let's see. Okay, so fun fact, I don't like the way that this is going, but I do know that Wyatt likes orange, so this is a perfect opportunity to start putting in leaves, orange leaves. I think this will look really good. Anytime that you have a mistake, you find a way to fix it. These are just a little bit too, the limbs are just a little bit too much. So, we're going to take away from them. And we got a few colors of orange. We got brights. We got yellows, golds. Oh wait, we already have yellow. We're almost done with that. We'll need some of this bright stuff too, but we're going to put that in the foreground. getting my tone. It's got a little bit of green and everything that we've used so far. You can see that there's still a little bit on in the brush. I'm going to start with coral, kind of mix it around, change the tone a little bit. And see, it's starting to fade away. I'll change the orange a little bit and just kind of see what happens. Oh, look at that. Yeah, some mistakes turn out to be the start to something absolutely gorgeous, and I can see that this is already turning into that. Oh my goodness, yes. Now we don't want to do too much because we still got a lot to do. I also want to say to Wyatt, I really hope that you enjoy seeing how your painting was done. That's why I wanted to make this. I'm already doing this anyway, so at least you can see it be done. Not everyone gets to see that, you know. I just decided I wanted a little tree right here. So. And then I decided I didn't like it. So, we're right back where we were. Okay, I think we're to the point where we need to add our deer, our buck. Sometimes when I don't have the texture that I need, I will use my fingers. Because I put on makeup, I can do it better sometimes. You'll see that I mess up throughout the painting. You have to keep going. Just keep going until you're happy. So right now, this deer kind of goes into the background. I'm going to use a trick to bring it forward. I'm going to outline it with orange, just very lightly. You can't even see it. Just go around the edges and then go back around it with blue, which are complementary colors. Sounds crazy, but it works. Now he stands out. Pretty cool, huh? That was actually something I learned from Van Gogh. So, from studying Van Gogh, of course. How bad do you have to be to mess up your name? My eyes have crossed. The good book says, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, and they will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. There isn't a box big enough to put God in, and we can never hope too big. If you like what you're seeing, give this video a like. Let me know in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button, and remember, you are His masterpiece.